Good, fantastic. So Ricardo Guadalupe, CEO of Hublot, an innovator, a pioneer, and also a really cool guy. How are you, sir?
Very well, very well.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Let's first talk about the color orange. Orange is now my new favorite color because it's the color of your new Sapphire Tourbillon Automatique, a really cool watch. I believe in 2016, you launched your first Sapphire watch. And I think you made a very interesting point on your video presentation that you were the first to truly industrialize a Sapphire case. Tell me a little bit about the modularity of the Big Bang case and why that was an asset in your ability to create an industrialized Sapphire case.
Yes, absolutely. I think Hublot have been the first brand to be able to industrialize sapphire, thanks also to the fact that the construction of the case of the Big Bang make it a bit easier than, I would say, a traditional case, thanks to the sandwich layers construction. So like this, we can produce a bezel, we can produce the end parts, we can produce the plates, the under plate. And thanks to that, it has been for us, I would say, easier because we can treat each component separately and be able to really find the right process to make sapphire components.
Amazing. And tell us about the pioneering spirit of all these different colors of sapphire. I absolutely love them. As you know, the blue sapphire that you made is probably one of the coolest watches I've ever seen. Tell us about that and also why you selected the color orange this year, sir.
Yes, I think that we came in 2016, as you said, with the crystal clear sapphire, being able to produce a first series of 500 watches because, as you know, we have not been the first brand to come with a sapphire watch, but at least the first brand to industrialize it and to be able to, I would say, access this product to a reasonable price, which is still quite expensive because we are talking watches over 60,000 euro retail. And after, to really be unique and different, we decided to go in colors. We came with the blue, we came with the red, we came with the yellow. And after, we decided to work on different colors, and the orange came on the table, and we said, let's do the orange. And every time we do a new color, of course, it takes some time. It takes a few months of, again, finding the right mixture in the raw material. So here you can see the result of the watch. And in this case, we said, being a world first orange sapphire tainted in the mass, we decided also to put it with a new caliber, which is for us the Tourbillon Automatique.
Yeah, really cool architecture on this new movement as well, Ricardo. So I love the fact that you've got these three sapphire bridges on the top, which gives you a completely uninterrupted view of the mechanism of the tourbillon. And then in addition to that, you've put this lovely micro rotor. I think it's just on top of the barrel. Tell us why you wanted to create the maximum visibility for this movement.
So I can, yeah. So here, yeah, you can see the visibility of the movement with the three bridges in sapphire. So this is in crystal clear sapphire that you can see on the tourbillon cage as well. And you know, at Hublot, we always want to bring the architecture of the movement is part of the design. So that's why we didn't put the rotor automatic on the back case, but we put it on the dial side. And the fact that we put on the dial side at 12 o'clock the rotor, it brings something still different to the aesthetic and the design of the watch. And that's, I think, for us, this new trend of showing the mechanics of the movement being part of the design of the watch as well.
It's really cool. I remember you have this very famous tourbillon chronograph, right, where the column wheel is exposed at 12 o'clock as well. So it kind of reminds me of that. Very cool. And so perhaps we can go from sapphire to another material that you have a pioneering use of, which is ceramic, right? And so last year you launched the Integral, which is your first integrated bracelet Big Bang, which at the wonderful Bulgari Hotel in Dubai. Really cool watch, and the integration of this bracelet is great. It's a completely different case because I believe the first link is attached to the case, and you had it in three different materials, including ceramic and black. But this year you're coming with three different new colors of ceramic: white, blue, and gray. Can you tell us a little bit about these?
Yes, I think the Big Bang Integral is really a big challenge for Hublot. As you know, we are known for rubber strap. We have been the inventor of the rubber strap in 1980. And of course, our bestseller, our core range is on rubber strap. But I think that after 15 years of the launch of the Big Bang, we have the maturity to really come with a bracelet. But again, to really be able to have this art of fusion, which is very important in every of our product. Last year, we came with a titanium, which is not steel, but titanium. We came with a black ceramic, but I think we have to do more. That's why this year we're coming, and I think here you can see with the white ceramic, with the blue, as you said, and the gray, which is, I would say, very interesting color, because in this case, it looks a little bit like a metallic aspect, but it's full. It's a full ceramic case and watch. And here, of course, the particularity of ceramic is that is unscratchable, and compared to the titanium or the steel or even the gold that you can scratch. So I think here we are unique. Here there are no brand, I would say, that are really coming with this kind of products, and every time we are unique, we are successful as well.
You know, I love the idea of a white ceramic watch for summer. I think it's really cool. And I like the fact that you have all these multicolored watches, the blue, the white, and the orange, because it's kind of giving me this sense of optimism. I think that's kind of what we all need a little bit, you know, the spirit of being cheered up. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. That's really the particularity of Hublot. And as I said, every time we are unique, in general, we are successful. In this case, we can also maybe launch the movie of the Big Bang Integral in ceramic to see a little bit the details of the quality of the product and of the components that we are putting in.
Awesome.
So as you said, yeah, to really come with a bracelet, I think you have to start from the bracelet and put the case after, not the contrary, starting from the case and adding a bracelet, and that's what I've done. And I think that the result in ceramic with this brushed and polished effect is really very interesting. And of course, using the Big Bang Unico inside with this open dial where you see the column wheel on the dial side and all the chronograph mechanism makes really this watch very different.
Great watch, man. Well, let's continue on ceramic. And you know, one of the things that I really like is your connection with different aspects of contemporary culture. I probably attended the best and probably smallest audience for a Depeche Mode concert in my life I've ever seen in Basel Fair when you had this concert. Yeah. And for those of us in attendance, it was like a dream come true. Like, who would imagine you could see Depeche Mode with like 100 people, you know?
That was an incredible moment that will remain in the history of watchmaking.
Definitely. And well, yeah, I mean, probably in the history of Baselwork, this no longer exists. And it reminds us also how much we used to love to spend time with each other as well, you know?
Yeah.
Another thing that you've done really well is also the collaborations with artists, right? I think we've seen what you've done with Maxime Bouchy. I know there's another collaboration planned for tomorrow, but one of your most successful ones is with the sculptor Richard Orlinski. And I love the fact that you did it in a classic fusion this year, a little bit smaller at 40 mm, and that you also did a beautiful faceting through the case, but also through the dial, all in ceramic. Tell us a little bit about this watch.
Yes, I think the collaboration with our artist is quite important for Hublot, because again, I think we have been really the first brand to interpret the art of the artist and to put it in a watch. So the watch becomes a piece of art where you have the fusion between watchmaking art and the art of the artist that we are collaborating with. In this case, Richard Orlinski. It has been in a way quite easy to interpret his art because the facets that they are using are iconic, and you know the famous Kong, the bears, all the animals that he's making, and also the colors, because he's using, of course, the black, but also this vivid blue color. And here, after a gents watch that we launched in 2017, a chronograph, we decided to come with a kind of unisex model. I would say maybe more oriented for ladies, and we're seeing a great success in the ones that we launched already in titanium and in king gold. So this year we wanted, again, being unique, to come with this vivid blue, and the dial is made of ceramic, so the effect on the facets, also on the case and the dial, is really amazing. And with this glossy black ceramic, the result is quite amazing. And just to show, we're launching as well some new men's version in blue color, titanium, king gold, and white ceramic that we didn't put in the press release because at the end we wanted to focus on the ladies version with Orlinski.
You know, but even though you say it's a ladies version, at 40 I would probably wear that. I think it's great, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, I think it's, as I said, it's unisex, but we are seeing more ladies coming to this kind of, because we have a lot of also diamond set models, which of course at the end is maybe a bit more focused on ladies. But as you said, we have seen also men's coming to this kind of models.
I liked in the video how you were touring different parts of your manufacturer, and I realized that all of this material innovation is now being brought in-house, right? And so one of the cool things was to see this part that was a bit like a foundry slash like science laboratory where you're making new alloys of gold, one in particular called Magic Gold, which is a scratch-proof gold. And this year we have the pleasure of seeing this material introduced to your famous MP11 movement. Tell us a bit about this watch.
Yes, Magic Gold is really, of course, an incredible material because we have been the first brand to be able to develop an alloy with an 18-karat unscratchable gold. And the particularity of this gold is also the color, because at the end, the color is not really a traditional gold color. It's more brownish bronze aspect, but it's 18-karat gold. So really, with a patent that we launched already a long time ago, because to create a new material is something, to industrialize it is another issue, and it has taken us some years to be able to really industrialize this Magic Gold and be able to produce a certain quantity of watches in Magic Gold. And here, again, using this new caliber, which is the MP11 with the 7 inline barrels that has been inspired by LaFerrari. You remember LaFerrari with 50 days, power reserve and the 13 barrels have inspired us to really, because we have discovered a kind of know-how of transmitting the energy through vertical barrels, which is really a know-how that we have at Hublot. And at the same time, it comes really with a new aspect, a new design, very unique of a watch. And I think the mixture between this caliber and the Magic Gold is quite amazing.
What I like is how you've kept the case actually relatively slim, and then you've created this kind of canopy or bubble, on top of the barrels. It's a really cool design element.
Absolutely. I think that's what Hublot, if Hublot, we do, let's say, a classical tourbillon or classical minute repeater or perpetual calendar, I would say the classic traditional complications of our watch industry, I think we are not, we don't wait for us. There are so many traditional, incredible brands that are doing these kind of products in a beautiful way since so many years. So Hublot, we must really come with something different. So when we do a tourbillon, we try to bring the automatic, the rotor at 12 o'clock. When we do kind of working on the power reserve, we try to do 2 weeks of power reserve with vertical barrels. So that's really our philosophy to try to reinterpret our complications.
It's cool. It kind of reminds me of the bubble you have on the old Zagato bodied like Aston Martins. It's a great design element. Hey, is that a blue sapphire one you have there as well?
So that's, we're coming with a MP11 also in blue sapphire, which is more, I would say blue sapphire exists. So it's to put the blue sapphire in the MP11. And this is going to be also a novelty of this week.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Fantastic. Yeah, it's great on the profile where you really see that.
Profile, also transparent profile, where you can see the movement. And as I said, really the movement is really part of the design of the watch.
Excellent. I want to talk to you also about the woman's watch that you've launched this year, the Big Bang 33mm with what you are calling the one-click system, which basically allows you to swap out the strap super fast. And I think there's like 10 available straps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 10 or 12, I think, yeah.
Oh.
But more will come anyway. So that's, 10 now. So yes, here I would say, of course, ladies is always a challenge, for many brands. Or either you are a ladies brand, or when you are a brand like us, to talk to ladies is not that easy, even though we sell more or less 23% of our sales are made to ladies, which is not bad, but we would like to increase this share to maybe 30%, 35% one day. And we did, different approaches. We have done the Tutti Frutti approach with the colorful watches in the past. And since we have this one-click system, we believe that really it can be really dedicated to ladies, because with this very easy system, where you can just push and change the strap, and don't forget, it's difficult to talk about it, but we have also a pusher here on the clasp to be able to change the clasp very easily. So I think that with this particularity and this patented system, using those different colors, it's really an easy piece. And I would say that the dial as well has brought the size of 33 millimeters is really adapted, I would say, to ladies' wrists, of course.
Really nice. And Ricardo, may I ask you, it seems that you're wearing an Integral on your wrist, am I correct?
Yes, it's a titanium version.
So that must have been 1 year old now, at least.
Yes.
So tell me about the 1 year living with the titanium Hublot Integral.
I think the ergonomy is unbelievable, because, of course, the titanium is very light. So you don't really feel the watch on your wrist. And I would say that ergonomy is very important. The size, 42 millimeters, I think is really adapted. For me, it's really a fantastic piece. Of course, as I said, it will take time for Hublot. It has success, but still we need, to communicate. We need to do more still advertising, to educate our consumers, to be able to really get access to this kind of product through our brand.
So I hear you have a collaboration with probably the most famous contemporary artist in the world, known as Takashi Murakami. Could you please tell us a little bit about this watch?
So yes, we have been in art since now already some years, and we have had incredible partnerships with artists, and I think now we are going one step forward because we have been able really to find an agreement together with Takashi Murakami, which, as you said, is really an iconic artist of today, coming from Japan, and we know the influence of Japan from the artistic point of view and also the fashion point of view. And again, with Murakami, we wanted to really bring his art into a watch. And of course, the smiling flower is his iconic emblem of Murakami. So we said we don't want just to print the flower on a dial. We really wanted to have something, a living flower, in which you can see here, like a rotor, You have the petals of the flower like a rotor, and the head of the flower, the smiling head of the flower, center of the flower is in the 3D, is inserted in the sapphire glass of the watch. So I think the result is really amazing.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Huh?
Super cool. And am I correct that it's set with black diamonds, or?
All black diamonds. So that's our first edition. He wanted to go on black. Black is our color as well, because we have been the brand to invent the all black watch in 2006 with our Big Bang. So ceramic case, and we're using our Unico movement, also in-house movement, for the first time, I would say, in the Classic Fusion collection.
And may I ask, what is the diameter of that watch?
It's a 45. Well, it looks like a 43, I would say. When we say 45, is really the size, but it's more like a 43 aspect. So it's really 200 pieces, very limited, because the idea is really to sell and to propose a very exclusive piece. It's a piece of art of the fusion between Hublot and Murakami.
That's incredibly cool. I love that watch. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ricardo.
Thank you, Wade. That's my first interview. Thank you, Wade.
Amazing. Have a wonderful fair, and
thank you. Take care.
Take care, my brother.
Hope to see you soon, physically next time.
We have to, bro.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye-bye.